Report. We have Region A and we have Sir Jason at the other Region A.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jason Ostan from Northern Samar, but currently taking over the province of Western Samar also. So for Region 8, so for Gavi sites, Leyte has 10 priority LGUs, including 1 city. Then for Western Samar, 5 LGUs, which is Pasay, Santa Rita, Paranas, Daram, and Santa Margarita. Then for Northern Samar, Katarman, Mondragon, Pambuhan, Lauang. And for the DFAT sites naman is Calbayog City and Gandara for Western Samar. And for Leyte is Batuan, Palumpon. So yun po. So makikita po natin sa 10-year trend ng FIC at CIC ng Region 8 from 2015 to 2024. Yung 2024 po, hindi pa po ito, hindi pa po yan official because currently, nagko-consolidate pa po ang region from provinces to LGUs. So yan po, as you can see the downward trend of the FIC and CIC in the province of, the Region 8. So next po is for Northern Leyte. So we have the 3-year trend for Northern Leyte, yung pinakataas niya is yung 2022 FIC. Then CIC naman yun naman po yung pinakamababa. Then next po is Western Samar 2024. So yun po at least 2023 talaga bumaba siya during sa kakulangan po ito ng Penta. Then for Northern Samar naman po, again 2023 rin po yung pinakamababa. Then 2024 po, umabol po at simula nang dumating yung pentavalent vaccine. So hopefully tataas pa to by pag na-consolidate na po yung lahat ng data coming from the barangays to the LGUs. So fund utilization rate or mga activities na nakandak in the region, especially in the 3 provinces of Region 8. So micro-planning session with situational analysis. Tapos revisit, so target sessions are 7. Actual sessions conducted is also 7. Makikita naman po natin yung budget allocated. So parang mali po ata yung pagka-entry dun sa remaining budget. So that's not negative. 1 million, it's 1,639,859.13 na remaining balance. Then conduct of intersectoral collaborative and partner mobilization meetings. So we have 8. Conduct operational planning. Dalawa pa lang, which is Western Samar and Northern Samar has conducted operational planning. Yung Leyte is coming pa lang this, I think is February or last week of January. Conduct of sustainability planning and exit meetings. So we have 6. Capacity building sessions. We have a target of 6 but we have tawag dito sa Mobra kami dito, nag-overshoot kami, we have 10. We have conducted 3 cold chain management, cold chain vaccine logistic management trainings for 3 batches. So again, nagpapasalamat po kami sa ating mga consultants from UNICEF and of course CHT para makandak ito sa priority areas. This does not also tawag dito, hindi lang po ito sa priority areas. So meron pa po kaming in-invite from the non-prior areas. So yun po, halos nakita po namin yung buong region. Then capacity. The next po is yun. Conduct of demand generation activities and implementation. Bumalik ata ako. Okay, tama na. Okay, target is target sessions for demand generation is 191 but nag-overshoot kami kasi based ito sa ginawang microplans from the LGUs. Then mobilization fund for outreach activities is 217. Pero currently, madadagdagan pa po itong activities na to sa actual sessions due to nagkukulik pa po ng data. Actually, may hinihintay pa po ng data coming from the LGUs na gusto yung reimbursement kaya sa disbursement process. Then, conduct of monthly supportive supervision, monitoring and mentoring the priority areas are 43, yung target, then 38. Currently, ang nakapag-conduct pa lang po ng supportive supervision is Leyte and Northern Samar. Due to sa Western Samar, naka-on leave yung si Ma'am Phoebe, yung NIP coordinator. May pinalit pa lang po ngayong January. Nakausap ko na po ako during my first visit in the province. Then magkakandak na po sila ng supportive supervision not only in the Gavi and Tifat areas, but also yung madadaanan sa daan ng mga LGUs. Kasi medyo mababa ngayon yung FIC coverage ng Western Samar. So yung burn rate po namin ngayon, okay. So out of yung burn rate po namin ngayon is 84%. Meron pa kami around 5 million something na kailangan magastos. But we already have a plan for that is coming for the month of January and February 2025. So challenges and solutions based on evidences. So no local policies supporting NIP, lack of support from barangay leaders, tapos yun na nga, there are hindi priority yung NIP na health program. Then capacity building, insufficient training for healthcare workers, yun na nga yung basic EPI, coaching management, IPCI, demand generation, tapos yung BPDs, and rep strategies. Kasi mostly of the healthcare workers in Region 8, it's either kailangan nilang mag-refresher course due to matagal na po, around 90s pa, especially yung matatanda na po, around 90s pa yung training nila. Then, meron naman po mga bagong hired na healthcare workers na at least 2 to 3 years na nagsiserve pero wala pa rin training. Then for service delivery naman, high number of defaulters, tapos yung high target population, then limited immunization coverages in GIDA area. So yung isang beses na makapunta sa GIDA area kasi nga masyadong mahal yung pamasahe, yung budget nila for travel is na-deplete na. Then for the demand services, lack of human resources to conduct health education and vaccination, lack of trained health workers at EPI, and lack of integration between programs. Then also for monitoring and evaluation, no data quality check, then lack of supportive supervision, monitoring, and monitoring. So ito po naman yung mga naging interventions namin during the CDS3 program for the last 1 year and 6 months. So, una po last year around September, nakapagkanta po kami ng regional intersectoral meeting together with the PPS or the Philippine Pediatric Society on Region 7. They have pledged to give or to share their data, especially on the antigens, na makakatulong sa pagtaas ng FIC, not just on the region itself, but the whole, not just in Leyte, but the whole region itself. Northern Samar, Western Samar, including Western Samar and Eastern Samar and Southern Leyte. Then also, hindi ata na kumpleto yung DepEd. Yung DepEd naman is, kasi nag-ask ang CHD na kung pwede may anchor namin sa routine immunization, yung tawag dito is school-based immunization. In-anchor namin siya during demand generation activities, especially on the special population. So yun po. They have pledged na during parents meeting na pwede silang makatulong during demand generation to share or educate parents about immunization and Ayun na nga, school-based immunization for HPVs para sa 9 to 14 years old na kababaihan. So that was also anchored in our activities. Then we have also conducted PIR or midterm implementation review of the National Immunization Program. Hindi lang po siya include na rin po namin yung non-priority areas to see the whole immunization program sa buong per province at saka per region. So hindi lang po siya ng priority areas, but this also includes the non-priority areas para makita talaga through the lens kung anong problema ng immunization, ano yung mga best practices na pwedeng i-share from other LGUs, tapos ano yung mga rooms for improvement sa mga pwede pang ma-improve sa National Immunization Program. So, ito naman po specific sa area ko. LGU Katarman, nakapag-conduct din po kami ng orientation and social listening, risk communication, and community engagement and interpersonal communication. So, for Katarman, we have oriented 140 PHWs and NIP. This includes the vaccine preventable diseases, IPCI, social listening, and RCCE, which is kinakandak na po ng ating mga PHWs after the orientation. Then, RHU Katarman identified a challenge in demand for services. PHW are frontliners to the NIP program, and they should